years after a Canadian government-funded commission issued findings detailing a history of physical and sexual abuse of Indigenous children in the country's Catholic-run residential schools. Pope Francis on Monday issued an apology on Canadian soil. "I am sorry," the Pope said, speaking in Maskwacis. The residential schools forcibly separated Indigenous children from their parents as part of an effort to convert them to Christianity and assimilate them into the wider Canadian culture. In total, 150,000 children from Canada's First Nations tribes were placed in 139 schools run under government contract, most by the Catholic Church, over a 150-year period. A 2015 Truth and Reconciliation Commission report prompted by the harrowing tales of survivors concluded that children were abused, physically and sexually, and they died in the schools in numbers that would not have been tolerated in any school system anywhere in the country. The schools were It concluded that the establishment and operation of the schools can best be described as cultural genocide. Officially, 120 children died while in the care of the schools, mostly from diseases such as tuberculosis that ran rampant, according to government statistics. But estimates range considerably higher. The Commission, in its report, acknowledged that the true number is not likely ever to be known in full. Last year, the unmarked graves of 215 children were found on land once occupied by the Kamloops Indian Residential School. At one time, it was the largest residential school in Canada with 500 students enrolled in the 1950s. Earlier this year, Francis expressed shame and sorrow for the Catholic Church's role in abuses and for the lack of respect shown to Indigenous cultures and their values. The Pope's apology on Monday is a significant first step towards reconciliation and acknowledging the intergenerational trauma the schools caused, said Congress of Aboriginal Peoples National Chief Elmer Pierre in a statement. After failed attempts and a lack of will, it's time the Catholic chew. Canada has paid billions of dollars to Indigenous communities as part of a settlement with some 90,000 survivors of the residential schools. Canada's Catholic Church says its dioceses and religious orders have already paid $50 million to the tribes and expects another $30 million in coming years.